Sveiki! Hi! Thanks for showing interest to learn Latvian language. So, my name is Baiba Freidenfelde and I teach Latvian to foreigners for quite a lot of years. And I've decided to make some videos explaining the basic grammatical structure and some grammatical rules. And today we will talk about the word order in a sentence. The basic structure of the word order. So this video will be helpful for those who just started. I believe that also those who've been studying for a while and have a higher level would benefit from some of the information in this video. As well as maybe only those who are just thinking about to start to learn Latvian language. In that case, probably you won't be able to take a part in the exercises I will suggest you to do, but just listen and get an idea. Yeah? So the word order in the sentence, the basic simple sentence. Let's start. So for that I will open my presentation in a moment. There you go. Tātad vārdu kārtība teikumā, vienkārši teikums, or the basic structure of the word order in the sentence. Sākam. Let's start. As you can see, the shortest sentence can be only one word. Least. It's raining. As you can see, in English you need at least 3 words, right? Snieg. Puteņo. Spīd saule. A 2-word sentence, also possible. Ir diena. So that's about the shortest sentences, very simply, but not, of course, we won't stop there. We're moving on. These short sentences, as you can see, I'm mentioning mainly the weather, things connected to the weather. So that's also as the most common shortest sentences, when you can express the idea of what is happening with a one word. So the basic structure is exactly like in English. Subject, verb and object. In Latvian language, subject will be always in a nominative case. Verb, what is always conjugated and connected with the subject. And a direct object or object, but object always will be in accusative. Look at the sentence. Jānis lasa grāmatu. Jānis is a subject. Lasa is a verb. And grāmatu is another noun, but in this case it's an object. And it has been changed, the ending to accusative ending u. Nominative is a dictionary form. So dictionary form of grāmata would be grāmata. The ending would be a. But in accusative it's u, grāmatu. So also we could build the sentences like es dzeru tēju. Es redzu tevi. In this sentence, as you can see, tevi is a personal pronoun, but also in accusative case. If it's used as an object, it must be in accusative, and then it makes sense. Es mīlu Baibu. So even my name, Baiba, being changed to Baibu, if that's an object. Now create your sentence. Very simple and similar to this one, Jānis lasa grāmatu, because with this sentence we will work in the next slides and we will build the longer and longer sentence. And if you need help, there is a 4 verbs I could suggest you could use when you create your sentence. So one is gatavot, rakstīt, stāstīt, or spēlēt. But if you're talking about spēlēt, then the musical instrument, not the football game, it just will work better. Yeah, and no, I'm giving the verb in infinitive form, so you would need to conjugate. Yeah, either you start your sentence with es, then es gatavoju, es rakstu, es stāstu, es spēlēju. Feel free, it depends on your level. Yeah, you can create a simple sentence like that. If you need, pause the video and then continue to the next slide. Indirect object. So we're adding a new word in the sentence. Jānis lasa dēlam grāmatu. Jānis reads a book to his son. Yeah, in English it would go then. Usually in Latvian this indirect object, dēlam, to whom, usually would be before the object. Jānis lasa dēlam grāmatu. Indirect object is always in dative. So it means that son, dēls, is used in the dative form. The ending has been changed to dēlam, and it means to whom now. So that would be very clear so far, right? And simple, but there is a little problem. So the most important verb, most important information is emphasized at the end of the sentence. It means the most important thing we would like to say could be moved to the end of the sentence. So the word order is not strict, it's very free. We can move the words around as we like. For example, Jānis lasa grāmatu dēlam. Jānis lasa grāmatu dēlam. So we want to say that dēlam is the most important word. That's what we want to express, to whom he is reading now. That's why the word dēlam is at the end. Also, we could say the sentence dēlam grāmatu lasa Jānis. So then we want to emphasize that Jānis is the one who is reading the book. So the word Jānis is at the end. As you can see, the ending stays the same, just the word order changes. And as long as the endings are correct, the word order is not so important. Okay, so that's the problem. That's why you need to recognize always where in this sentence is the subject, who is the one who does the action, and what is it doing, and to whom is he or she doing it. Let's add some adjectives and genitive nouns. Jānis lasa dēlam interesantu grāmatu. Dēlam, we know already. Instead of that, we could use also the personal pronoun, but again, in the right case, in dative, viņam, to him, and interesting, interesantu grāmatu. Adjective describes this noun, and it will be in front of that, like in English. In English also you wouldn't say book interesting. It's an interesting book. So the same here. Yeah, no surprises there. But we need to know the adjective is always in agreement with a noun. It means wherever the adjective is, it always will be in the same case, same number, and same gender as a noun. Often the endings will match. Not 100% always, but often. And then let's add a genitive noun. So every noun, any noun could be described with another noun or explained a little bit more in detail. What type of book in this case? Jānis lasa dēlam interesantu bērnu grāmatu. O Jānis lasa dēlam interesantu piedzīvojumu grāmatu. An interesting children's or adventure book. So that's another noun what describes or explains or gives us more information about this word grāmatu. This is in genitive. And these words will always stick together. Nothing will be in between them. So they will always in a sentence will be together. And it means the adjective can be pushed further away. But the adjective is still connected to the noun. It describes always. Yeah, and here the verb is always connected to the noun, to the one who does the action. So the verb form will be in accordance to that one. Yeah. Try to build your sentence. Try to add these adjectives, genitive noun if possible, indirect object to your sentence. Look at this pattern and build your own sentence. Stop the video if needed. And we move on to the next. So what else can we add to this sentence? A numeral, of course. Jānis lasa dēlam vienu interesantu grāmatu. A numeral, again, exactly like in English, one interesting book. Numeral goes in front of the adjective. But in Latvian, again, we need to remember that it's all connected to the noun. Grammatically, that's why the number 1 becomes vienu, because noun grāmatu is in accusative, so numeral will take the same case. Adjective will take the same case. Same number and same gender. And of course, here between the adjective and numeral, it could be a genitive noun. Vienu interesantu bērnu grāmatu. One interesting children's book. Then remember the bērnu and grāmatu will stick together. You see, it looks very similar. All of them are ending u, but grammatically this is the genitive noun. The endings just match, but it's not the same grammatical structure. Vienu is in accusative, singular form. Interesantu. Yeah, again, accusative ending, singular form, and feminine. Feminine, feminine, and feminine noun because of the word grāmata. So, now again, try to add numeral to your sentence. And remember, in real life, in real texts, the words could be switched over. Yeah, the word order is not strict. And yeah, a little reminder with the arrows that these things must be connected. Adverb. As you know, in any sentence you can add an adverb as well. When the things happen, like with the time adverb, šobrīd. Jānis lasa grāmatu. Yeah. Currently he's reading a book. Also we could say šobrīd Jānis izteiksmīgi lasa izteiksmīgi lasa grāmatu. That's another adverb. Adverb of manner. And again, a verb, it describes, and an object. So time adverb šobrīd often will be at the beginning of the sentence. Also often you will see it before the verb it describes. And izteiksmīgi lasa is definitely explaining how, the way how the person reads. And that would be again in front of the this verb. Currently, Jānis expressively reads a book. But as I said already before, so the word šobrīd could be also at the end of the sentence or somewhere else. Šobrīd Jānis izteiksmīgi lasa grāmatu. Jānis šobrīd izteiksmīgi lasa grāmatu. Jānis izteiksmīgi lasa grāmatu šobrīd. So next, what else we haven't added yet is where the thing is happening, the action. Where does he read this book? So that's place of location. And location in Latvian, or the answer to the question where, always will be in locative case. So again, we change the noun to the certain ending, a locative ending, and it all makes sense. Šobrīd Jānis guļamistabā izteiksmīgi lasa vienu interesantu bērnu grāmatu. Now we have a sentence of 10 words. Can you create one like this? So add where the action takes place. And again, guļamistabā, I put it here. Where is he reading? At the same time, guļamistabā could be at the end if that's the information we want to express. So stop the video, create your sentence, write it in the chat afterwards that I can check and see. If you want to see my comment, feel free to add your sentences in the chat. So a little reminder that these two things will stick together. Adjective will be in agreement with the noun. Numeral stays in agreement with the noun. Preposition. So, as you can see, no space anymore on the screen to add even more, but it's possible. So what else can we add to this sentence is a preposition. Šobrīd Jānis guļamistabā izteiksmīgi lasa dēlam vienu interesantu bērnu grāmatu par dabu o par dzīvniekiem. Tātad preposition par. So we know all that part of the sentence, and then it's about. Yeah, he reads an interesting book about a nature or animals. Preposition rule. So preposition par, ask for the noun, what follows to be in accusative case, if this noun is in singular form. If the noun what follows after the preposition par is in plural, that means that this noun must be in plural dative form. But this rule applies to all prepositions. So any preposition plus noun plus plural will take a dative. This rule will change from preposition to preposition. Yeah, par asks for accusative, but other prepositions could ask for other case. So again, add to your sentence a preposition. It could be par or ar or any other, you know. Another thing to mention is another verb. If we use two verbs in the sentence, exactly like in English, the second verb will be infinitive form. Infinitive form or dictionary form. Tātad šobrīd Jānis grib lasīt. So the first verb we conjugate, agreement to the subject. And the second verb will be in a dictionary form. Šobrīd Jānis grib lasīt grāmatu. Jānis grib izteiksmīgi lasīt grāmatu. As you can see, the adverb of manner could be squeezed in between the verbs. You still have to recognize that this is your first verb and this is a second verb. It's still in infinitive form. Can you add another verb to your sentence? Then possessive adjectives. Instead of Jānis, I could say mans vīrs, my husband. These two always also will be connected. So basically that possessive adjective, it's called in English, in Latvian we would call possessive pronoun. Mans and tavs always will be in agreement with the subject or the noun or pronoun it describes. Like an adjective, it does actually grammatically exactly the same thing as numeral and adjective, always connected. Same case, same number and same gender. But what we need to keep in mind that only mans and tavs does that. Only my and your does this. Yeah, and plural forms as well. But rest of the possessives doesn't. Mūsu, like our, jūsu, your, or their, or his or hers, it doesn't. So any noun in any form could be followed afterwards. You don't need to connect them grammatically. But these ones, definitely. You will get used to that with the time if you're not already familiar with these things. So, again, work on your sentence. Change your subject to possessive plus a noun or pronoun. And few kind of exceptions. Basic structure would be es redzu tevi, but we have a tendency to use two pronouns in a row. Es tevi redzu. Es tevi redzu. So es is in a nominative form or dictionary form. That's the one who does the action. Redzēt is connected to es, and you, tevi, is a direct object in accusative. Yeah, here would be I see you, like in English, but we would often say es tevi redzu, I you see. Sounds strange, right? But as long as tevi is in correct form, it absolutely makes sense. Or for example, in the question, vai tu dzirdi mani? Jā, es tevi dzirdu. Es tevi dzirdu. Very common to use these two together. Or the sentence, es mīlu tevi. I love you. Often in Latvian we would say es tevi mīlu, not es mīlu tevi. This is more common. But Jānis mīl Annu. Jānis loves Anna. So, and then we don't say Jānis Annu mīl, if possible, but it's not very common. So, that's end of this video. If you like, now you can take any text, Latvian, and mark subject, verb and object. Also, if you like, I need to mention, definitely avoid sentences where the subject is not in the nominative or dictionary form. There is sentences like that. We will talk about that in another video. So make sure the one who does the action is in a dictionary form or nominative. And if you like, you can send it to me for my feedback, your marked text. Also, feel free to add in the comments your sentences and I will respond to that. Ask questions if you have any. Give me suggestions. What would you like me to talk about in other videos? and I'll see you next time. The next video is why verb is the most important word in the sentence. So I'll see you soon. Ata!